alien conspiracies, dinosaur races, and snakes on a plane?
I have had it with these snakes on this plane.
These are all the stories we're about to give you on Odd News Weekly, where we give you odd news and even crazier stories. We've got some great stuff for you this week. I am having a little bit of a cold, so don't mind me if I blow my nose every now and then. I'm very sorry. But yeah, go grab yourself a little snack, a little drink, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and let's get to the stories. Boxer gets knocked out, not from getting punched, but from getting electrocuted? A boxer in Thailand was celebrating his win, where he used a light pole to prop himself up and stand on the ropes. You know how boxers do, how they like to celebrate. But as soon as he touched that light pole, he got electrocuted. Check this out! But imagine that, training for months, getting your mind and body prepared, and actually winning the match, only to get knocked out anyway. He was ready for a punch in the face, but not a zap to the brain. Is that a good joke? Is that fine? Acceptable? But if you thought this story couldn't even get any crazier, after he got electrocuted, he fell to the ground, he bonked his head, and then he got back up and did a dive in the swimming pool. What is going on here? I think he was a little bit embarrassed and just wanted to jump into the pool to get away from everything, but the good news is he ended up fine. After some checks from the medical team, he's all clear and good to go. So remember folks, even if you win, life can still knock you down. And speaking of life, story number 2. Scientist uncovers that the pyramids were actually made by people? Dr. Zari Hawass and his team made some groundbreaking discoveries about the construction of the pyramids and what it took to build them. Apparently, they found that limestone at a nearby quarry was transported with the use of rubble and mud ramps, since they found remnants of this ramp in that area. And what's crazier is they found a worker city which had salted fish sorting facilities, bakeries, and a settlement for where the workers lived. They even said to have sacrificed 11 cows and 33 goats every single day to feed all these workers, which were estimated to be about 10,000 people. And do you know what I get from this article? Extreme disappointment. I grew up thinking that aliens built the pyramids. Have you seen the size of those rocks? They're massive, they're huge, they're like 10 tons or something. How could people with no crane, no modern technology even do that, right? I don't know what to believe anymore. Well, all I'm gonna say is until I see videos of those people carrying those rocks or some kind of demonstration, it's still aliens for me, bro. And now moving on to a more serious topic. Do you remember the Jonestown Massacre? Yeah, well, it's a tourist destination now. So if you didn't know, the Jonestown Massacre was one of the biggest tragedies in all of modern history. In 1978, a cult leader convinced 900 members of the cult to commit suicide by drinking juice that had cyanide in it. That's right, 900 people. Absolutely devastating to this day. But apparently now, because of capitalism and nothing is sacred anymore, they're turning it into a tourist destination. You heard me right, I can't make this up. They'll be charging $650 for the overnight experience to try and understand the tragedy a little bit better. Well, okay, this has gone too far. Can we all agree this has gone too far? Maybe a museum or something like that, an exhibit would be cool. But going to the actual place where 900 people died, that doesn't sit well with me. That doesn't sit well with me. But I just know those true crime junkies are just living it up right now, because I know they're really excited about this kind of stuff. I bet they pay the $650, which is insane. But honestly, I don't know why people are really addicted to true crime. Can you guys, just like, can we watch happy stuff? No more making money from sad, horrific events, can we just agree? Can we agree? Can we agree? Am I crazy? Am I the crazy one here? Am I crazy? This is really weird, guys. Someone tell me it's a dream. Someone tell me it's not real. Okay, moving on from the horrific, devastating news, in lighter news, the world's largest time capsule has been opened after 50 years. This town in Nebraska has finally opened the largest time capsule in the world after 50 years, and the entire town gathered to celebrate how things have changed since 1975. From handwritten letters from moms to their sons who are now middle-aged men, all the way to an almost perfectly preserved Chevy Vega. A whole car! Imagine that! Who would put a whole car in a time capsule? Hey Bob, we're gonna need you to donate something for the time capsule that we're gonna open after 50 years. So is there anything you wanna donate so you can check it out after 50 years? Oh yeah, something to donate? Take my car. Wait, what? Yeah, my car right there, the Chevy Vega, just take it. Your what? Well, just take it, I don't need it. Anyway, it's really great to hear news like this. You know, when a whole community gets together, celebrating and appreciating life, this is what news is supposed to be like. I wish all the news was like this and not about some massacre that happened a long time ago and now they're just making money out of it. I can't believe that. I can't believe that's real. I can't believe that that's a thing. Next up in flying news, number 5. Ryanair passengers left with broken bones because of a false fire alarm. Ryanair passengers on a trip from Palma to Manchester were just sitting on the runway when they heard a loud bang and everyone got up and got into a frenzy. Well, it really doesn't help that Air India crash just happened a few weeks ago, so everyone's really getting paranoid about flying these days. I'd be freaking out too. But people started running out of the emergency exit, walking to the wing of the plane, and jumping off the wing straight to the ground. That's a high jump. Check it out.
No te entiendo, no.
¿Sabes que el avión tiene unas salidas de urgencias?
Ooh, that's gotta hurt. But yeah, they said that 18 people needed to be treated for injuries, and that's a lot of people. So this really did not go well. But on the positive side, there were no casualties, but there's some people who had broken bones and really broke their ankles and are now handicapped, so that's not really good. But all I can say is everyone's starting to get real paranoid about these flights. I would be freaking out too. When's my next flight? Oh God, I don't know. I should be prepared. Maybe I should wear a life vest. Now I'm scared to fly. I don't know what to do. But in lighter news, story number 6. New toilets in New York cost $1 million each? New York City installed these new toilets in their parks, and the project costed $5 million for just 5 toilets. That's $1 million a toilet. And guess what? They're not even anything special. I mean, look at the pictures. Sure, they look modern and nice, I guess, but $1 million? I was expecting a gold toilet and a butler and someone to clean my butt after I go number 2. That's what I expect for $1 million, because what the hell? But honestly, having a good look at it, it just really looks like a normal, regular toilet. And New York locals are getting mad because they say it's just gonna get dirty and ugly after a couple months. But I guess some people explain that it is expensive to do anything in New York, even if it is just a toilet, I guess, so I guess there's that reasoning. But man, $1 million? $1 million! You know what you could do with $1 million? You could buy like over 1,000 iPhones. You could buy 2,222 Nintendo Switch 2s. I'm not projecting about what I want in my life. I really need a Nintendo Switch 2 though, those are really nice, I mean. But anyway, how much does a toilet cost in your country? Let us know down below, because I bet it's not $1 million, unless you're from Dubai. Maybe in Dubai they got the gold toilets. I'm sure they do. But story number 7. People in Madrid have a different kind of race for Pride Month. People in Madrid are having a race for Pride Month, and no, it's not a drag race, but it is a race in high heels. Runners had to wear 6-inch heels for the duration of the run, and with the current heat wave that's sweeping across Europe, you know, that's not an easy task. Well, you know, it's already really hard just to wear heels. You know, recently, story time about my life, I recently broke my ankle. And, yeah, it's not fun. I wasn't even wearing heels, I was just wearing regular shoes. I was wearing those shoes over there. You can't see them. But, yeah, I broke my ankle. So imagine wearing 6-inch heels. I would wear those for 5 minutes and I would break my leg in 5 places. But from all the pictures and the coverage, everyone's having such a great time, celebrating Pride Month and showing that gender equality can be fun and really entertaining too. Even with a heat wave, huge crowds gathered to support their runners, and you know, it's just a great sight to see. Everyone's having a good time, and that's what I want to see. I'm so happy we can focus on news like this, you know, happy, fun, not about massacres that happened many years ago and now that people are making money out of. Not news like that, news like this. Yeah, that just makes me really sad. Anyway, we're happy, fun, right? But the fun times end because of story number 8. Actual snakes on an actual plane. In more plane news, we've all seen the movie Snakes on a Plane, right? But imagine if it happened in real life. That's what happened to this Virgin Australia flight when it got delayed because there was a snake on board. We were just talking about all the plane news, and crashes have been really making people feel paranoid these days. But imagine hearing this. Shh, hello everyone, this is your pilot speaking. Don't panic. We just have a little bit of a problem. So you guys just don't panic. We're just having a little bit of a problem. Huh, I wonder what problem that is. It's probably not a snake, right? That only happens in movies. I mean, a snake, that's not, no way it's a snake. Oh yeah, it's a snake. No, not a snake, please! God, help me, God! No, not a snake on a plane!
I have had it with these snakes on this plane.
Yeah, I hear that. You hear me sniffling? Yeah, I'm a little bit sick. I'm sick of sad news that makes people sad and makes me sad. So let's talk about happy news. Let's talk about happy news. Story number 9. Speaking of races, have you ever heard of the T-Rex World Championship race? How could that be a real thing? But apparently in the T-Rex World Championship races in the Emerald Downs in Washington, people dress up in T-Rex costumes and dash for the title of top Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. But apparently this started as a team building activity for a pest control company, but now it's open to the public. There was even a segment where people dress up in T-Rex costumes and skydive from a plane to land on the track and continue running to finish the race. What? Could it get even crazier? Imagine telling an actual T-Rex that we're doing this in 2025. They're doing what? Yeah, I just love when people really have fun like this. They're just goofing around, and it's apparently become a really big event where people get together, and I bet families and whole communities have fun. I hope people can bring more of this chaotic fun energy to things and just, enjoy stuff. The world would be so much better, right? Instead of spending money trying to resurrect this horrible place where people died and stuff. I'm still not over it. But yeah, last but not least, which brings me to story number 10. Speaking of races again, cops get into a wild chase on the highway with a pig. What are these headlines? What is this? Is this what's happening in the world? Why are they chasing a pig? But apparently 2 troopers in South Carolina got into the funniest foot chase with a pig that got loose on the highway. Where did that pig even come from? Someone lost their pig. Well, but what's even crazier is I can only imagine what the people in traffic were thinking that day. Hello boss? Hello boss? Yeah, I'm stuck in traffic right now. I think I'm gonna be late. Apparently they're chasing a pig on the highway or something, and they have to close the road or something. Yes, hello, it is your boss, and I think your excuses are getting really creative. Pig on the highway. Do you believe that I would actually believe that excuse? Come on, be real, Brian. I'm not kidding! There's a pig on the highway! Why don't you ever believe me? Why don't you ever believe me? Well, but yeah, apparently the cops were able to catch the pig without harming it. So there's a good ending to the story after all. I guess that's just another fun day at the job. But really, anyway, that concludes our fun week of fun stories here on Odd News Weekly. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And please do me a favor, drop comments about the craziest stories you've heard of this week, and we'll try to talk about them and have a good time. So next time, see you guys. Bye.